Hi, I'm Gene. In this video, I'm going to build a outdoor chase lounge using some cedar fencing and 2x4s. So let's get started. So we're going to start cutting these up. I actually bought enough materials to build 2 of these, but I'm just going to show you how to do the one. You know, in a lot of my videos, I use more expensive tools, but you can also do this whole project using simpler power tools like a circular saw and a speed square, and you'd be amazed what you can get done. So I'm going to start with my first measurement, which is 74.5. Then I'm also going to want to cut another piece that will be 13 inches. And I lined up the edges, and now I'm just going to make sure I kind of pull these together so that I can then draw a straight line there. Of course, throughout this project, you're going to want to make sure you wear some safety glasses and noise protection. I'm going to set the depth down to half the thickness of a 2x4, or basically 3/4 of an inch, by also cutting the width of a 2x4. And you're going to do this at both ends of the long boards along with the short boards. Then, taking your circular saw, you're going to cut a series of grooves and clear those out to make lap joints for each of these. Now we're going to put the ends together. I'll use some outdoor wood glue for this, along with some crown staples. But you don't have to use crown staples. You could nail this or even use screws if you want to. I'm going to use a small can as my template to mark out the rounded corners, and then just using a jigsaw, I'm going to trim these out. I'm going to take a file and just lightly kind of put some divots and some shades around this to give it some contours to kind of antique it or distress it out a little. You can also pick up a inexpensive orbital sander, and I picked up a pack of 60 grit for this, and that'll help bring these down without any problem. Now I'm going to use some 2x2s for the inset, which is where the cedar boards will sit. And I'm going to cut the first sections down to 48 inches. Now, I purchased all these materials from Lowe's, and I will put links to everything in the description down below. And if you purchase online, I'll get a small commission. It helps to support the channel, and it won't cost you an extra dime. Plus, you get the convenience of home delivery or even in-store pickup. Then I'm going to come back and cut some 30-inch pieces, and now I'm going to cut those on a slight angle, so that way when I'm raising the back of the Chase Lounge up, it clears easily. Guessing 26 and a half, okay? Now, I'm going to want to put a through bolt through this, but for here, I'm just going to drill a pilot in this to see if this is going to work the way I want. Okay. Yeah, that could bring it all the way up here if we want. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing on this one. This is a really simple pocket hole jig, and I'll put a link in the description down below, and I'm just going to line it up with the end. Okay, I've got both of these ready to go, 3/4 inch. Right there. Little glue. Doesn't need to be a lot, but a little. Right here. Load. Okay, so now we're going to cut 4 17 by 3/4 inch pieces. And once again, with the pocket hole drill, we're going to set and pre-drill some of these holes. Projects like this, you don't have to have all the most expensive high-tech tools in the world. Mostly just some basic home tools like a circular saw, maybe a sander, speed square, things like this, you'll be amazed how much of this you can do. So I picked up 3 of these cedar fence posts, and I'm going to want to sand some of these down to where they're a little smoother. So I'm going to come down and I'm going to mark this 16 or 17 3/4. This really smooths out, and that's going to take stain really well. And this removes any splinters and possibilities and makes it to where you can sit on it just fine. I love how this is looking. Okay, so now after laying these down just to see how well they'll fit in, they look good. I think this is going to be fine. The one problem I'm having is right here is where the back is going to come up. And I think in order for me to do this correctly, so that it clears, I'm going to have to come up and split this at about 2 inches up and just cut that so that when this gets secured, that part will clear this. Now, this furniture, I'm going to actually use some Valspar exterior deck stain. And this is semi-transparent, so it should weather. It says it's got a, I think it's 4-year guarantee behind it, and I'll put a link to this in the description below. So now I'm going to get ready to do the cedar boards, and I picked up a cedar natural tone semi-transparent. Okay, well now that this is sat overnight, I'm going to take and I'm going to install a couple of carriage bolts here that'll help for the swinging part for the back of the chair. So I'm going to finish this screw hole that I started. This side because the hole came through and I don't want a lot of blowout. That's all you need. Just like, I wanted to get it stained last night, so I went ahead and got everything stained. But the one thing I haven't done yet, and I kind of need to think this out before I install the slat panels on this, is the kick brace that will go back. So I want to set this to where it can be totally level, maybe 1, 2, and 3 positions. So I need to figure that out now. Okay, so I'm going to experiment with this angle here. I'm going to put it on the number 2 mark on this, and then the 45 back down. So that, and then I'll also drill a hole at the center right there. This can kick out and go like that. So here, here. Okay, that's good enough for now. It's gonna let me go. Okay, now I'm gonna trim this part off, and then make another one like this. Consistent measurement at 20. I'm going to use a Forstner bit. I'll drill that. Now that's going to fit on all our spots. Here, these 2 grooves, you're going to want this to sit so that when it raises up, it can clear. video. If you have any comments or questions, put them down in the comment section below. I'll put a link to all of the materials and the tools that I used in this video, and check out some of these other outdoor projects. In the meantime, I'll see you soon.